Alright, what's up guys? So I bought this new phone today. It is the Samsung Impression with AT&T service. It's a flip phone, slides this way, and it's also touchscreen. So I thought I'd do a quick review on this thing since I'm just kind of playing around with it right now and trying to figure out what's good with it and what's bad with it, so why not let you guys know as well. Alright, so I think I'll do the rest of the review this way. It's a little easier for you to see the phone. So, the first thing that really popped in my mind when I grabbed this thing is it's pretty big. If you look at my iPod comparatively, I mean, they're almost the same size. Um, I mean, it's thicker than the iPod, and it's heavier. It's not quite as big, but it's almost as big. So it's kind of a nuisance when, especially since I carry both at the same time. It's kind of a nuisance to have in your pocket because it's big and it's bulky and it's not exactly too thin. Um, Now the first thing is unlocking. The unlock button's over here, and it's probably the most annoying lock button or unlock button that I've ever seen. The problem is, as I said, this is a flip phone or a slide phone, whatever you want to call it. And the problem is the unlock button is kind of right below where it slides. So when you go to push it, either you end up sliding it on accident or you just can't reach it because this little lip here sometimes will get in your way. You'll be trying to push it and your finger will just keep sliding off. So it's very annoying. And then the second thing that's just absolutely incredibly annoying is the fact that you have to hold the lock button for a second before it'll unlock. Now, my old phone was a complete touchscreen phone, and I used to just be able to unlock, flip, start texting, boom, done. In this phone, I can't even, I mean, it takes a second for it to unlock. And then I can do what I want. It's just the nuisance, and I mean, they could have made that so much better just by making you not have to hold it. I mean, there's no reason to have to hold it because the button's already hard enough to push. I mean, it's not going to accidentally unlock in your pocket, I'm sure, but anyways, this is the home screen here, and I have a couple problems with the home screen. First of all, this is gonna be annoying. It's gonna keep unlocking. Okay, this is supposed to be my bars, but it never tells me how many bars I have. It's almost always at 0. I've seen it at 2 once. The rest of the time it's just been 0. And this thing here, although I know it's blurry, it says E. That means that I have service. So I have no bars, but I have service. And I've only had one, and I have terrible reception in my house, but I've only had one message not send, which is nice. But I have yet to see this go above 2 bars. I mean, it's clearly useless. I don't even know why it's there. Then we have this sound thing, which has normally there's sound waves coming out of it if there's sound, and then there's no sound waves coming out of it if it's silent. But my volume's all the way up right now, or almost all the way up. Now it's all the way up, and this thing doesn't do anything. So that's a waste of space. The battery meter is 5 blocks. Normally it's 3 in any phone that I've had, and now it's 5. So I guess that's better. I don't really know. I mean, I don't really care. And then here's the time all the way up here, scrunched in a little tiny corner. I don't know why they have to make it so small, and there isn't even enough room to say AM or PM. It just says A or P. Like, really? They got that? I mean, there's plenty of room up here. I don't know why they couldn't have made it over, a little tiny millimeter over so that you can get the other letter in there. I mean, that's just kind of, I mean, why would they do that? Alright, so here's your widget thing, and these are terrible. You can scroll down, there's all these widgets, but none of them do anything of any importance. And the problem is they take up too much space. I mean, if I want my clock, alright, there's my clock, I can put it anywhere on the screen. And then I have my date as well. Okay, now look at how much room this already takes up. I mean, this takes up almost maybe 1/3 of the home page, and I can't even see my wallpaper anymore. And that's only for time and date. So, I mean,
I'm already wasting a good part of my, and none of these widgets really do anything, but if I wanted more widgets, I mean, it's just, I mean, it takes up the entire screen, look at that. Then don't have any room to do anything, so these are kind of useless. So I just use the date one, I put it up at the top. Alright, so then we got, obviously, dial, contacts, menu, all the basic stuff. As for the keyboard is, I have no problem with the keyboard. I actually really like it. It's nice. It's, I mean, it's a keyboard. There's not much more to say. I wish they'd put a button that would send the message down here so I don't have to push the touchscreen, because if I show you, if I try to, oh, that's cool. I just glitched it somehow. Okay, there we go. If I try to send a message, okay, and I type the message, this button never seems to work very well. See, I just pushed it, nothing happened. Pushed it again, nothing happened. There. Now I finally got it to work. Alright, I don't know if that's just my phone, but I just got this phone today, and that button just decides not to work. So in order to send a message, I normally put in the message, then I'll flip it back over, and then I'll push this send button, which is a little bigger and actually works. So yeah, that's just kind of a hassle. I mean, I wish I could just have push, you know, the buttons and then go boom, send, and then I'd be done. I could put it in my pocket. But I have to flip it over, then push the touchscreen thing, which just gets annoying after a while. And you know, I feel like text companies should be, or phone companies should be looking at the fastest way to text, not, you know, they look at like, okay, how good is my keyboard fast texting? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the buttons you have to push in order to text. I mean, I had to go through 4 menus just to get to my text message. I feel like it should just be a button right here that says text, boom, and then I should text, and there should be a button on the keyboard that says send, and so, you know, try to get the least amount of things going on to be able to send my text. Let's see, is there anything else? No, I don't want to save address. Besides everything I've already said, I actually do enjoy this phone. One thing that pisses me off is there's no signature. I don't know why phone companies, only AT&T that I've heard of does this, makes phones that doesn't let me put a signature, but I love signatures. I always have a signature, and this phone doesn't have signatures, and my old Razr didn't have one either. The phone I had in between that, I had the VU, and that had signatures, so I was happy. Besides that, the touchscreen's nice, besides that one button that just decides not to work. It's really unsensitive, though. Like, you have to push pretty hard to get the buttons to work. But I have a problem with the sliding. I think that might just be because I've never had a sliding phone. But, every time I try to slide it, I'll either push it out of my hand and end up dropping it, or I'll slip and I can't. And then, you know, some people push the touchpad and then do that, but that doesn't work very well. And if I do this, sometimes I'll end up throwing it across the room. So I don't know if that's, you know, how it's designed, or if I'm just an idiot. But the camera's pretty cool. It stays with you. Like, if you turn it this way, it records that way, so you don't have to, you know, however way you want to hold your camera, it still does it in the right fashion. So that's kind of nice. There's a multitask button over here, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. I don't know who ever uses multitask buttons. I don't understand it all. Like, you know, I can go to messaging, and then while I'm in messaging, I can be like, oh, I want to go play a game. So I'll go to games, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm done playing the game, so I'll exit out of that. Oh, I'm back to messages. That was stupid. Why would I do that? I don't understand. And the volume thing pisses me off, because my phone, I used to be able to just go, okay, all the way down volume, and then it would go vibrate, and then it would go silent. But instead, you just have to go all the way to 0, and then there's another tab for vibrate. So that's pretty dumb. Anyways, I do like this phone, though. I'm getting used to it, and I kind of like it. I just have to get used to it. So that's my review for the Samsung Impression. Hope you guys liked it, and thanks for watching.